Trying to stay focused. Are you serious? Trying to stay focused. What? But it didn't take long, did it? One day into the new year, and Israel is engaged in conflict again. Israel air attacks have hit rocket manufacturing sites and military posts in the Gaza Strip. Now, why did that happen, you say? Did they just go out there blatantly, start the year out and just start bombing for no reason? No. Okay. Israel's military said it launched air attacks on the Hamas positions in the Gaza Strip a day after rockets were fired from Gaza landed in the Mediterranean Sea. They were trying to hit Ashdod or Ascalon, one of those cities right there north of the Gaza Strip, right along the coast. But instead, their rockets landed in the sea. Israel came back and said, let's take out some of the military positions and Hamas positions in the Gaza Strip. And again, it just keeps happening. Let me tell you what else is happening, by the way, and that is healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. Now, one of the main causes of fine lines and wrinkles is a lack of collagen, the protein responsible for your skin's elasticity and youthfulness. As you get older, collagen production slows down by as much as 10% every decade. But you can give your skin much needed boost with www.healthwithpaul.com by BioTrust. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. This ultra-rich powder delivers a rejuvenation to your hair, your nails, your joints, your skin. What? This multi-collagen uses powerhouse ingredients. No, not human collagen. Never would do that. No, not even alien collagen. No, instead it's fish, egg, and plant collagen. Uses this powerful house ingredients that can visibly diminish your wrinkles. I couldn't be more thrilled, folks, with the results that I've received. And matter of fact, I partnered up with these guys at BioTrust Multi-Collagen because you can save 51% if you go to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. All right. Well, as you guys know, the Middle East is always a very prophetic area, and we have a prophecy alert here because Israel does hit Hamas positions in Gaza after the rocket attacks. The Israeli air attacks hit rocket manufacturing sites, military posts in the Gaza Strip. Israel's military said it launched air attacks on Hamas positions in the Gaza Strip a day after rockets fired from Gaza landed in the Mediterranean Sea. The Israeli military said the attacks late Saturday evening on New Year's Eve hit a rocket manufacturing facility and a military post for Hamas. As the fireworks lit up the skies to celebrate the new year 2022, Israel was lighting up the skies with real ammunition against the Gaza terrorists and rocket fire toward Israel, according to Israeli military in a tweet today. In response, we just struck Hamas sites in Gaza, a rocket manufacturing site, and military post used for terrorist activity. It was not clear whether the rockets from the Gaza on Saturday were meant to hit Israel. Well, what do you think they were for? But Gaza base groups often test fire missiles toward the sea. But Hassim Qassam, a spokesman for Hamas, told Al Jazeera that some of the areas targeted by the Israeli strikes included agricultural lands. Now, our resistance will continue to perform its duty to defend our people and liberate our land and our sanities. Oh, my Lord. Qassam said, we will stick to our right of resistance until achieving the goals of our people with liberation and return. And there were no reports of casualties from Saturday evening's attack. No sirens were sounded. Israel's Iron Dome rocket interception system did not deploy, the Army said in the statement. They didn't have to. Apart from a single incident in September, there's been no cross-border rocket fire since a ceasefire ended the 11-day war between Israel and Hamas back in May. So the ceasefire brokered by Egypt and other mediators has been fragile. Hamas says Israel did not take serious steps to ease the blockade it imposed on Gaza with Egypt's help when the group seized control of the enclave back in 2007. More than 260 Palestinians, many of them civilians, and 13 Israelis were killed in May on an assault on Gaza, during which Israel carried out relentless air raids across the coastal enclave, prompting Gaza fighters to fire rockets toward Israeli cities. The truth is, Hamas fired first, as you guys already know. They always fire first. Israel keeps Gaza, though, under a blockade, tightly restricting movement out of the territory that is home to about 2 million Palestinians. Egypt has also maintained restrictions on the enclave, but both of these threats from Hamas for their restrictions. So, status quo situation in the Middle East. The new year doesn't start off with anybody being any calmer. Instead, we continue to see the situation as it continues, as has been for some time now. And there's not much you can do when there's this much tension, there's this much disagreement. But again, when you start talking about the Temple Mount, and that is the location, that's the epicenter of the three religions of the apocalypse, and that would be Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. And that hasn't slowed down at all. We continue to keep an eye on that. And also, that while the Iranian threat against Israel continues, so does Russia, as they continue to amass troops along the border with Ukraine. And we know that Biden has been on the phone with Putin and has made it clear to President Putin that he will have severe sanctions. They will increase our presence in Europe and warn Putin not to invade Ukraine. So that goes on. Of course, that is a serious situation as well. So there's a lot going on. The world, China, Taiwan, we know that's the tension there's high. It just doesn't slow down. We are in a time of a biblical era, a time that we need to be focused and watch what's going on in the signs. Remember, Mike from the World Thursday night said a super blizzard is coming in 2 weeks in mid-January of 2022. So we're going to continue to watch that prophecy, or that prediction, I should say, that Mike around the world is talking about. He also made this prediction. He says that in 2022 that Arizona will have a massive flood in Arizona. This is huge. He says that in 2022 there will have a massive flood in Arizona. So we keep our eye on those predictions, as well as Nostradamus's prophecy that a huge earthquake will hit Japan in 2022. So a lot to watch for in this new year, and a lot to keep praying about. We had 66 people saved last Thursday night broadcast. We hit at 1,850 people at the highest peak, and 66 folks came forward and accepted Jesus Christ as their Savior openly and prayed with me. And many more have been saved since then on the archives. So we continue to watch what's going on. It's the start of a new year. We finished last year with 5,879 confirmed salvations online. 5,879 salvations online. This is the Salvation Station. Okay, Beautiful Story said it's now 73 people were saved Thursday night. As I said, more people have gotten saved since the broadcast. That means another 7 in the archives since the broadcast. So we're off to a great start for the year 2022. That was part of last year, but we're off to a great start in this new year. I'll see you guys tonight. I'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. It will be a great broadcast. There's no doubt about that. We're going to be on top of things that are happening all around the world. No question about it. And we'll get you up to speed on everything, all the events in this new year starting. Yeah. Are you serious?
I saw a black man with the Bible and a sparkler in his hand. He was holding a tent revival and running a fireworks stand. He said the end of the world is coming, so you better get on your knees. Today bottle rockets 2 for 1, but salvation's free. He said I quit my job at a big church where the milk and money flow to sell cherry bombs for Jesus.
That's right.
In a tent beside the road. I ain't in it for the money. No cars they pass on by. But I paid rent on New Year's and the 4th of July. Here at the Holy Ghost, Big Bang Theory, Pentecostal, Fire Brimstone, Mission Temple Fireworks Stand. He said fireworks are dangerous, they can blow up in your face. Better read the instructions, light the fuse and get away. These things are made in China, so it's easy to see. How many worships Buddha ain't got no guarantee. This is the Holy Ghost, Big Bang Theory, Pentecostal, Fire Brimstone, Mission Temple Fireworks Stand. Here we go! He said everything I'm selling, it's all going up in smoke. This world is like an atomic bomb, it's ready to explode. When the trumpet sounds and the Lord comes back, I promise you one thing. I'll be a human bottle rocket, and I'll go out with a bang. I'll leave this Holy Ghost, Big Bang Theory, Pentecostal, Fire Brimstone, it's Mission Temple Fireworks Stand. I'll leave this Holy Ghost, Big Bang Theory, Pentecostal, Fire Brimstone, it's Mission Temple Fireworks Stand. Mission Temple Fireworks Stand.
It's Salvation Station. I'll see you guys at 7 o'clock Eastern.